is Crystal and welcome to my Survival Let's Play series. Today we are going to finish the house and do some farming. Now I've already started on the farming by taking down some of the trees that grew and continuing on the field a bit. Now my idea was, because the trees were all scattered about, and I think for now it would be a bit easier if we had a patch where you just put all the saplings next to each other, because the trees do still grow that way and it just takes up a bit less space and it's all in the same spot. So let's do that. We have a lot of oak saplings that I don't think we need, so we just planted some of them and then the rest of the others, and the spruce saplings are in a forward pack so that it can grow a tall tree, because I think that gives more wood, right? I don't know, it's definitely easy to take down. Okay, let's continue on the field a bit, and then afterwards we can continue the house with all the wood that we just got. Alright, let's continue on the house a bit. First, let's continue the pillars. I think 4 should be enough though. Yeah, that looks like a good height. The roof will come on later than 2, so that's also something to take into consideration. Okay, that actually we don't need to take out because then this will be covered by wall, so we won't see that anyways. Oh my god! What are you doing here? I did not ask for you. I don't want to kill that guy. Wait, does this still work? No, I think they only drop ominous bottles now, don't they? Yep. Which means I can still go to the villages because I only get bad omen if I if I drink the bottle. Okay, well I survived that. Okay, I think for the walls we can take some oak planks. Nothing too fancy, but I think it looks nice. Okay, now where do we want the windows? Maybe we could have some over there, like that. I feel like this would be like the better view, right? Yeah, that looks okay. And then either a big window or 2 smaller ones. Maybe there can be 3 small ones. Yeah, that looks alright. And then we'll need an entrance to the house too, because there's no space for a stairway from the basement. So maybe we can have it on the side here. Yeah, that looks nice. And there's also enough wall space to put things on the walls. So for the windows, we are definitely going to need some glass. So we can get some sand next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 panes? Oh, I think that's exactly what you get from 6 glass blocks, which means we need 6 pieces of sand. Okay, then the next thing will be the roof, and then we can do the interior. Oh, okay, I take that back. The next thing will be the entrance, so a door and some kind of a stairway. One thing I would do is put more dirt here and just make this area a little bit bigger. Like this. Then put some of that away. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so either we could have something coming down here or down there. I think it might look better here, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's try it there, and if we don't like it, we can move it back. Yeah, I think that's okay. Although, I'm not sure if it should be out of oak, because thinking about it, the floors, so the things you step on, we made out of birch so far. However, that's inside and not outside. Maybe we could have a darker color, that, like a darker brown, like we could use spruce, because that would match the dirt better. We do have enough spruce, but we're still going to have to do something to make it look a little nicer on the side. We will need more dirt, though. Okay, once the grass grows in, I think that would look really nice. I think he sees me. Oh, he wasn't loaded. Okay. Okay. Are there any more? Those are horses back there. Do they, like, walk all the way from the outpost, or do they just spawn randomly? Because the outpost is right there, but I think a few times I've experienced it where where there wasn't an outpost nearby, and they were just there. But I'm not sure if they came from the outpost, I'm not sure they would have wandered that far. Because that's not that close. So, I was curious to see if you could really put a banner inside of a shield, or on a shield. And, well, first of all, that's true, but second of all, so this is the ominous banner, and when you hover over it, or usually when you hover over a banner, underneath the item name, so like brown banner, it will say the things that are on it, like the different things that were added with the different dyes. But here it doesn't do that. It doesn't show you how it was made and what the steps were. But if you add it to a shield and hover over it, then you can see what you need to do to get the ominous banner. So our field is full. There's no block left to place crops on. So what we can do is let's wait for everything to fully grow, and then we can extend that. And until then, we can take down some of the trees since they already grew. We've got enough wood for now, so we don't have to plant new trees right away. One thing we should definitely do in the future, though, is we should probably build something for planting the big spruce trees where they don't turn all the grass into podzol, because I do not like how this looks. So let's get rid of this. Okay, that's already a lot better. Even though the grass hasn't grown in yet, it does not look as ugly anymore. Since we got so much wood now, we can also start with the roof, or with a frame at least. So we're definitely going to need a lot of slabs, probably even more slabs, and we're probably going to need stairs too, or we might need stairs too. But we have a crafting table, so if we need something we can just craft it. Okay, first I have to get up here somehow. Okay, yeah, we will actually use stairs, and we'll use them on the side of the pillars. So like this, and maybe like that as well, we'll see. Well, definitely on the outside here. We'll do the front first and then we'll copy it on the back, because for the front we can jump off and see what it looks like from further away. Yes, so it would be then something like that, and then it would go in further. I guess that could look alright. Yeah, let's try something with that. The thing that I struggle with a lot is slabs and full blocks. I tend to make my roofs with slabs, or the frames at least. And actually I quite like how full blocks can work to fill the roofs in, because they're simply not every full block has a slab variant. So if I want to use, say I wanted to use a green gradient and I want to use moss and melons and slime, those aren't things they don't have any slab variants. The only greenish block that has a slab variant would be the almost completely oxidized copper. The problem here is that I'm not sure how and with what block I want to fill the roof in. So maybe that's something I should think about first. Okay, I think I have an idea. I think to fill in the roof, we can use mud, like packed mud and mud bricks, because we can mix that a bit, maybe with some other blocks too, so it doesn't look super plain. But we can also use the mud brick slabs, so that we can still do something with slabs, because I'm used to that and that's easier and I like how that looks. That means we can continue doing the outline of the roof with slabs. I'm not doing anything too fancy for the shape, just going pretty straight up. Maybe I'll add some details here and there. But first we're going to get the basic shape. This tree is kind of in the way. I think we need to take it down. Okay, we took care of that. Now let's make a new axe, because the old one just broke. We should probably go mining soon too. Maybe next episode we can do some more mining, so that we can get more iron, maybe even some diamonds, so we can make some better tools, but definitely more iron. Okay, we finished that part, but maybe we can already do some detailing, try some stuff out with the side here, so it looks a bit more interesting. Let's do it on the other side though, so because we can look at it from further away then, and see if it really looks okay. So let's just take some dirt as scaffolding thing, and place that against it. Okay. Okay, so stuff like that does make the shape more interesting. Now it's more harsh over there because the layer that sticks out the most there is not connected. But I think that could look okay. Let's try it on the rest. You know what? I think that looks okay. Gives it a little bit more detail, a little bit more shape, and it's just more interesting overall. So let's go with that. Okay, now that we got that part finished, we're going to need the blocks to fill it in, and that will be mud, and maybe some other blocks too, but we'll see later on. Let's grab our glass and make some bottles. Okay, well we have enough mud now, but we still need wheat for packed mud. Maybe let's continue the field a bit. I think we are going to do that anyways, because we have some more seeds, so we can already plant more wheat. Okay, now we just have to plant our seeds. Okay, so right now we have all this mud, but we still need to wait for the wheat to grow, so we can make packed mud and and mud bricks. But while we're waiting for that, maybe there's something else we can do. Because I don't want to have this completely out of mud. I want to like add some texture to the roof. Not unlike there's already a little bit here with the packed mud and the mud brick. Like that's different. But I think I want to add a little bit more variety. So I thought of some blocks that I can use for that. The one would be dripstone block, and the other would be jungle wood. Especially because the jungle wood I can also use as slabs. Those are things we still have to get and still have to find. So let's put the mud away for now. And I guess what we'll do then is just get some stuff and maybe go mining or just go exploring. Okay, let's maybe try to find some jungle first. And so I wouldn't go over there because there, I mean, we can see the snow and ice, which means it's cold over there. And we're gonna want to go somewhere where it's warm because, you know, jungle is a warm biome. Maybe we can find some other tree types along the way. Would that count as farming? I guess that kind of counts as farming because we're getting stuff for farming because you farm trees. Is that a new village? Wait, okay, is that the old village? I think that's the old village and that's a new one. Let's go there. Maybe they have some wheat too. Okay, let's see if this has anything to offer. They're kitties. Aw. I should get one soon. Oh, great. Fantastic. I will definitely take these hay bales. That might even be enough hay. Enough wheat, I mean. Ooh, a portal! Uh-huh. Ooh, Frostwalker. No way! No way, do you guys see it? Up there. Wow, we should totally go there. And where there's pale oak, there's usually dark oak. So that's 2 birds with 1 stone, right? We still have to find jungle, but this is a wonderful distraction. Let's grab a whole bunch of these. No way. No way, did you guys see that? There's some jungle. Okay. Great, this is great. This is what I would call a successful trip. As long as I don't die. Wow, is that a village? It is a village. Let's go to that village. Let's grab all these. What kind of house is this? I have never seen this house before. Yay, the rain stopped. And we're pretty close to home. Home is pretty much where the rainbow ends. See? Well, that was a very successful trip. And now we have almost everything we need. We still need to find dripstone, actually. For now, the roof is finished. One thing we definitely need are some more chests. So, and we don't have quite enough space here. But thankfully, we have another room now. And we can put some stuff here. So maybe just like here and here for now. And then we can maybe put our wood in here. And then like other blocks in there because that's been what's taking up the most space. Now I think maybe we can add maybe some signs or just something on the outside to make it look a bit more interesting. I think I'd like to do something with plants maybe. Yeah, I'd say that looks a little better. That could look okay. Then we put some flowers on there. Okay, let's get some flowers for that. Or what we could do, we are going to plant some crops in the windows. They won't have any water, but I think if you plant the crop, it doesn't matter. Like they might not be able to grow, but you can plant them. If you bone meal them, okay, they can grow. Yeah, I think that would look really nice. We should definitely add something on that side though. It doesn't necessarily have to be plants, like there and there, but it should be something. And I also think these flowers here do not fit. I think it would be better if we had taller flowers. I'm not sure. Or maybe just some grass. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Yeah, that looks alright. I'm still not sure what to put on this side, but I've got another idea for the pillars. We're gonna make some signs, some spruce signs, and we're gonna make some buttons too. And then we're gonna take these, and we can put them here. So there, and can I reach that? And there, and over and under the signs. Like that. That already looks a lot more interesting. So let's put that on the other pillars as well. Okay, I think that looks a lot better already, but we still need something on this side. Maybe we could put some like pots there, and there could be like not anything directly on the house that belongs to the house, but just something here to fill the space. Maybe we can make some coarse dirt because, you know, it stays darker and it stays like dirt, and then it would look like kind of wet, and like the pots have some kind of water in them. Or we can just make like a little water fountain thingy. Like not a whole water fountain, but like a pump or something. A water pump. So I think the log here is okay, but then we need something thinner here. We can place that on top, and that on the side, and that goes down. And then we'd have something to like pull the water, and that would be on the back. So either like that, or maybe another one. Yeah, something like that. That looks good. And then we can also make a smaller pot and put it like next to it or something. Yeah, like that. That looks okay. That looks fine. I'm trying to think if there is maybe anything we could still add on the wall. Maybe we can put a rose bush like in the back or there. Actually, that works. I wasn't expecting that to work, but I think that looks good. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we might do some mining for dripstone and do the interior. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you back next time. Goodbye!